Hello and welcome back to Brimwood Farm. Well, today I have a little surprise, because if you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you know that I have a very soft spot in my heart for quail. They might be aggressive, bullying little buggers, but get them in the right setting and with the right mix and they're a delight to keep. And I finally have some back here at the farm in one of my aviaries. So if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you'll remember before I even moved to the farm, I had some lovely quail that I kept in hutches. And then when I moved to the farm, initially they were kept in hutches, and then I wanted to try and improve their welfare and give them more space, so I had them in a coop. And of course, Mr. Rat got in. And then I've had several attempts over the past few years at bringing them back to the farm, but rats have got them, or the chicks haven't made it, or in the last instalment earlier this year, I think it was, my Bengal cat, now rehomed, broke into the hutch and ate my newbies. However, when the opportunity came up recently to have some quails gifted to me, and I had this rat-proof aviary free, I decided now was as good a time as any to try and get back into them. It's cold today, but the sun is lovely and I'm just being stared at by Horatio over here, who now the camera is on him. There he is. It's just chilling in a rare bit of blue sunshine. So we recently had a bit of a reshuffle of where the owls lived, and this aviary became vacant, and as it's rat proof, I wanted to put anything that I was worried about getting eaten in here. So I have my rather adorable lovebird Sherbet. I have one Rosa Bork. I've got a couple of juvenile golden pheasants from earlier in this breeding season. And now I have these four lovely CUTEST or Japanese quail. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to get the quail again was because looking at past income, I realised that actually the quail eggs flew off the shelves. And when you compare it to a chicken egg, where over here I can sell half a dozen chicken eggs for £1.50, quails make more sense because you can charge more for the eggs, but actually the feed costs for the quail are way lower. So it really makes sense to get back into quail eggs. Now, I only have 4 birds, and I think 2 of them are boys and 2 of them are girls. That's not a lot, but as they're a gift, as I had this run that I could protect them from rats for now while I work out where to keep them long term in the future as I ramp up the numbers, I thought it would just be nice to get a few and just have a few pottering around. I love their sounds. I think they're quirky, lovely little birds, and come spring they'll start laying. I'll hatch a load of those out. I'll probably bring in some more stock as well, but for now it's just nice to have them back on the farm. And their run is super simple. It's just an aviary with gravel. They do have, I have given them like a little corner tub. It's just a tote with a square cut out at the bottom. There's some bedding inside, but generally, and now I found this in my old house as well, they don't care about going inside and keeping warm. They would happily just sit outside in the snow rather than go into somewhere where it's draft proof, warmer, nesting material, etc. The 2 pheasants in there will be coming out. Let's just open this. This tree is getting lower and lower and lower. It used to be more upright. I think its root ball is flopping. I don't really want to cut it off, but it does make getting through this gate a little bit problematic. So those 2 pheasants, I'm fairly sure one's a boy and one's a girl. I've got a couple of spare aviaries at the moment, but I'm just going to grow them out in there for a little bit longer until I know what sexes they are. And then come spring, here are some of the pheasant aviaries. So here's our silvers. But here are the goldens, and we've got 4 boys and 1 girl. So I don't want to put another girl in there because she's going to get absolutely obliterated by those boys. So come spring, I'll pick one of those boys and take him and put her in a separate aviary so I can collect the eggs from them as a separate couple. And then the hen in here will, because she's established in this flock, she doesn't get attacked. But I will then be able to collect eggs from here and from the other run. It is just such a beautiful day. Hello, girls. Look what's left. This is left over from where the coop blew down last year. And obviously then Mr. Fox came in and ate most of what was in there. But I do need to come and clean it up. But there's so many other jobs to do, and it's, you know, it's not causing offence to anybody. So I think we've got everybody covered. Look at that blue sky. Oh my gosh, that blue sky. Hello. Who are you? Cotton. Hello, Cotton. There's a couple in the distance over there as well. One of the walking routes that I'm planning when I open the farm up so people could come and explore kind of the rewilded farm habitat is going to come across this field. And so I am going to need to fence off these pheasant runs. I've got another few panels, so I'll probably be another couple of pens actually side by side. And then the gate here goes through to the rest of my farm. But I'm thinking sort of a post and rail fence that comes out here and then goes down just in front of the pens, so that people can see them, because they're beautiful, especially at this time of year when they've molted out into their sort of their winter colours. They're absolutely stunning. So it'd be nice to have them on show, but also I don't want to have people coming over. You know, the backs of them aren't all locked up, so I need to put some obvious segregation. And then of course this is our other walkway back down into the owlery, and again I don't want people just wandering around there either. But it'll be really nice, I think, for people to be able to come out and see the pheasants and then enjoy this. Like, look at this day. Another winter's job. Remove the failed chicken tractors. And when I say failed, I don't mean as in they failed to house chickens. They did that very well. But when the rams were in here in the summer, the rams decided that they liked to rub against them. And so they absolutely smashed them open. So this one is fairly fine. I've just got to repair that bit. This one, they completely ripped the door off. The entire frontage, they ripped it off. There is no frontage anymore. And so actually I'm going to move these chicken tractors back down the drive, back to the area where I'm going to have all the chickens in the future, and then they'll be cleared out of here. But they're heavy, and it's me. I am the donkey. And so I just haven't found the motivation yet to drag them all the way down the drive across bark chip, across my bark chip sort of parking area, and then into that field. That is an effort for another day, I think. So I need to haul them down the field, through the gate, along the partial driveway. Look at all these muscovies just hanging out on my car, and where the bark chip is, and then through that gate, and then across here and into here. And hauling anything across bark chip is not particularly easy, especially when it's heavy. Yeah, all right. Hello. Yes, that's very nice. Best guard dogs you'll ever have. As it's a really sunny day, I have taken the opportunity of popping out the last ducklings of the year. So I had a Silky hatch some ducklings several months ago now, and here they are. They are out over there. One of those Silkies is their mother. So this was kind of the main pen where I moved all my chickens to, and earlier in the year I did try and segregate the chickens into their breeding group. So the Ixworth on their own, the Norfolk Greys on their own, the Morans, Silkies, etc, etc. And I used chicken wire. It just didn't really work. So I've taken it all away. There's a little section over here. This is the only section that kind of prevented chickens climbing over it. I think I'm going to invest in some melded wesh and cut it down to size and make pens, so that come breeding season they can all be separated out. But at the moment it doesn't matter. So they are all trolling around, all mixed up. They seem quite happy. This Nestera coop, I love it. It's so easy. It did take the Silkies a while to get to grips with it. Hello, Khakis. Where are you going? As you can see, they're very happy using it now. It's been a dream to clean and look after. So if you're interested in the Nestera coops, there is a description in the link below. If you end up purchasing anything through that link, you get 5% off automatically. It's recycled plastic. You can take the entire thing apart for easy clean down, and that's why I got it as part of the issue with my red mite situation. But worthwhile hopping on over to their website and just having a little look at the pages and what they offer. I don't know if it's just me, but I could chicken and duck watch all day long. They're such busy little creatures. They're constantly moving around and scratching the grass and finding bugs, and the social dynamics between them all. I love it. I find it fascinating. There is, however, a turf battle going on between the geese and the chickens, because the geese desperately want to come in and like to try and chase the chickens off or grab them through the netting. As with everything though, there's never 100% containment. So we do have the odd chicken that escapes or flies over and lives outside. But in general, I have the going to bed patter down to a precision, and they all come running when the bucket of food comes, and they all go into their individual houses. So as long as I don't change the routine, we're all good.